When it comes to owning a vehicle of 1996 and newer, it's good practice to have a scan tool. That way you can diagnose your own vehicle and keep your vehicle healthy for the lifelong of the vehicle. So let's talk about some different options here. There's many different scan tools out there, and TOPDON is first notch, and what we're looking at is their most loved models here. So one of the big things is knowing that each one of them is going to cover your four major systems, like your engine, your transmission, your braking, and your steering system. But then depending on the scan tool, depends on what it's going to do as far as the hot resets and more advanced settings. So if you look at the AD500 and you go into this, you can see it's going to do your major resets like your oil, your throttle, your parking brake, your steering angle, battery maintenance, and tire pressure monitoring. Now, if you drive a diesel engine, you probably want to step up to the 600, which you would get the exact same maintenance options with a few add-ons. And that's going to be things like your DPF resets and regens, your ABS bleeding, as well as injector coating on this. So when you go into the individual setting, you can find out that it has a lot more options when it comes to the library, looking at your different warning light library. So both of these, actually all three of these are going to cover things like this: your braking system, airbag, your brake fluid, your glow plug, ESP, your coolant, your brake pads. Hey, this thing is just eat up. And again, each one of them is going to cover all of your warning light library the same. So when it comes down to it, the 500 and 600 both have free lifetime updates. So you buy once, you cry once, but the cost that you're going to spend at a diagnostic dealership or so, hey, it's going to pay for the machine itself. And you get to keep these and use them time and time again. So the biggest perk is always understanding what your vehicle needs and being healthy, to continue on. But your battery maintenance, one thing I really like about these is the user shop info. So you can put in your shop info that you're going to. You can do your freeze frames, data reports, live streams, and also be able to print and email these forms out to send to the shop. So these two right here are ideal when it comes to free lifetime updates. It's going to cover your basic functions, add on to the injector coating with your diesel engines. But if you want a little bit more, that's where you can look into the AD900, which is going to give you some of the same features as the 600, but it's going to be a Bluetooth bi-directional unit. So this way it gives you the option to be able to send out a code to your vehicle, turn the wipers on, you see real time the wipers are working, you can move on to another diagnostic feature on that. So when it comes down to it, each one of them is going to have options to go on to the internet so you can do your research and find out more details on that parameter that you're looking for. But they're also going to cover things like your engine codes and diagnosing and understanding what those codes mean. Now, the 900 being a Bluetooth bi-directional unit, this actually has a dongle that plugs into your OBD2 port. So you can actually walk around the vehicle for 33 feet doing your diagnostics. Now, this will give you your 2-year free updates on that. And after that, when you decide to, I believe it's like $120 on the year when you decide to update. But if you don't update, you keep your current OBD2 functions. So as long as the software is the same, your vehicle's the same, no need to update unless you make a change or a major change happens within the system. But $120 versus free lifetime updates. So this right here is going to have a larger touch screen on it. It's got the option for an additional TF card on it, 128 gig. You also have the option for an HDMI port, your USB A and C port, your landline. You can also plug in a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Now, one thing I like about this, you've got a screenshot button right here on the, the top of it here. And so instead of having to go into the feature menu to turn it on, you've got that button right there at the press of a finger there. So when it comes down to it, this also has a larger battery life, 12 hours of runtime on the battery life, 33 feet diagnostics of the range to be able to walk around with the hook to be able to hang it over the engine bay or window or so that way you can walk up and do your touch screen. Hey, so when it comes down to it, TOPDON's got some nice features. The 500, the 600, you have the diesel, 900 Bluetooth bi-directional. But if you still want more, I've got the Pro on the way, which it gives up one feature, but it's talking like 31 different hot resets on the Pro versus the 900 is going to have, limited version as well as the others here. So if you want to find more details, check the link down below, guys. Today is the 18th, which is the last day of the massive sale on TOPDON's AD series. So, choose which one's right for you. Put it in your cart, think about it, but don't miss the end of the sale. Again, it ends today, but after today, check for coupons and details, and that way you can see to keep your costs down low as possible. So these right here are awesome scan tools when it comes down to it.